oud word je?
Ik ben 5.
5?
Ja.
Vandaag geworden?
Ja.
En dan ga je je feestje hier vieren?
Ja.
Met je vriendjes?
Ja, hier zijn mijn vriendjes.
Wie?
Ja.
Wijs eens aan.
Moet je vinger opsteken.
Nou? Ja. Heb je ook nog een favoriete piloot?
Ja.
Welke is dat van jou?
Virgil.
En welke Thunderbird heeft hij? Welk nummer?
2.
Weet je zeker?
Ja.
En jij?
Waar die in zit?
Ja?
2.
Ah,
Maar hij heeft 3.
hij heeft 3?
Ja.
5, 4, 3,
De explosies vind ik het leukste.
2,
Nou, al die vliegtuigen en zo, dat ze iedereen helpen.
1.
Nou, ik vind de ontploffingen heel erg leuk.
Thunderbirds are go.
Really let the cat out of the bag. That's a bit of a daring idea, don't you think? It might spoil the illusion, you know.
I don't agree, Penny. They've tried to pass us off as real people long enough now.
The tape was played on a machine,
Yeah.
and the pulses from the voice goes through the wires, so the pulses will come down those wires and to the mouth, which will then move.
It's you who developed this idea, huh? Of lip synchronization.
Yes, it came in just at the right time when we were having trouble getting the lips on the puppet to synchronise with the sound from the tape. And the puppeteers were having difficulty starting the mouth moving when the sound came first on the tape. Then they went faster than they should do to catch up, so that we finally finished with a short bit of sound and a long bit of film picture.
Yeah.
So then we put a magnet in the head, and they both work together now.
I mean, this is hard.
That's
And
fiberglass.
it's a soft piece.
Yes,
underneath
there's a piece of leather let in there and moulded into the fiberglass,
Yeah.
so that hopefully it doesn't show,
No.
so that the mouth can work
Yeah.
like that.
One above.
There?
No, this end. See one mark?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Top. Top of your head. Oh, yes.
You're all being very quiet. It's very delicate operation. One step.
Sorry. Well, if you can hold the mouth out of it, and I'll loosen the magnet and bring it back. Grab it, man, grab it.
What were the difficulties with the puppets? Which things couldn't they do?
Walk.
Walk.
Well, yes, it was a problem.
Yeah. There's no mechanics in the legs.
No, it would look mechanical.
And how did you solve that problem?
By not showing the legs, moving them along without showing the legs.
Yes,
so
we
that
were
you're
going
on this.
close
Yeah.
and do a top half of the body shot, the waist shot, and then you could just jog them along without moving the legs.
And also I noticed that they move in a lot of strange, different ways.
Yes, wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Well, anything rather than walk, it was a problem. Yeah.
And you were above. Could you see
Yes.
how the puppets were moving? Or
Yes, we had a monitor, but this type of thing hadn't been done with puppets before. They were just had a backdrop and a couple of puppets stuck in front, jigging about, and they do a very long take.
Judy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a very long take, And these were quite different because it was more like a normal film with short cuts and plenty of action.
The editing, looking at it now, 30 years later, is a little pronounced.
Yes,
it's
but
a little
the
slow.
pace changed. I mean,
Pace changed.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, it was right for then.
Yes.
It was right for then. Maybe too many explosions for my...
Too many explosions. But nobody was
When
ever
in doubt,
killed.
have an explosion.
But nobody was ever killed.
Of course not. No, not in our world. The villains were allowed to have foreign accents. Today, it would not be politically correct. So it was all rather innocent and fun. I have to stand on a box, I have to say, otherwise I'll disappear. I'm glad that Alex didn't say the grandmother, because in fact I am. I'm very, very proud of it, actually. Anyway, Guten Abend, Damen und Herren. That's it. I've been practicing that all day. I would like to say, on behalf of Mary, John and Keith, that we have been really quite overwhelmed with the welcome of the Dutch people, which we knew about anyway. You've always been great fans of our work, but particularly of the Filmhuis team and Lendert and Alex, who have really worked terribly, terribly hard to make this all possible. And it's been, so far, very, very efficient, and they've looked after us very well. So I think they really, do deserve great success with this festival. And I'm delighted for them. And if Alex is a big child, then I only hope that, I wish the whole world was a big child, because that would be very nice. I should say that in the 60s, I regularly received letters and cards and very warm wishes from the Dutch people. And that's always remained with me, and the few times I've been over, it's always been the same impression, a great charm and great respect for our work. And what more could you wish for? Well, you could say money, but that's not what we get. So that's another story which you read about in my book. But no, it is very heartwarming for all of us here. And of course, I should pay special homage to the little lady that's really contributed very greatly to the success of Thunderbirds, and that is, of course, Lady Penelope. So she did ask me to just give a little message to you, and the message is, I really hope that you have a fabulous evening, and the whole festival is F-A-B. And I really can't follow it.
Penny, where on earth are we going?
Didn't Jeff tell you? We're going to The Hague.
Father just told me to pick you up and keep this course. And what's The Hague anyway? I've never heard of it.
Well, it's a very charming town in Holland. They're having a reunion.
A reunion? Of what? Why doesn't anybody tell me anything?
Now, Virgil. It's a reunion of the people who did all those fab Supermarination series. You know, Supercar, Fireball XL5, Stingray, Thunderbirds.
Captain Scarlet, Joe 90, Secret Service. Yes, I know. I watch them too, like everybody else. But what are we going to do there?
Well, it seems they're having an exhibition where they want to show the puppets that were used during the actual production of the series.
You mean puppets? Like you and me?
Yes, that's right. And they want you there too. John Reed and Mary Turner are going to be there, as well as that wonderful Mr. Meddings.
Wait a minute. Isn't he the guy who did all the special effects? Gee, wouldn't it be great to know how he did all that explosion stuff?
Well, it seems he's finally going to let the cat out of the bag.
Speaking of cats, do you like rabbits, Penny?
As a matter of fact, I do, Virgil. But why do you ask?
Well, you know how magicians always pull rabbits out of their hats? I've always wanted to know how they got there in the first place.
What are you driving at, Virgil?
Since John and Mary are going to be there, wouldn't it be a good opportunity to finally let our string show?
Ah, You mean really let the cat out of the bag? That's a bit of a daring idea, don't you think? It might spoil the illusion, you know.
I don't agree, Penny. They've tried to pass us off as real people long enough now. And besides, knowing how a trick is performed doesn't always take away the magic.
Well, you might be right about that. And it would be a good opportunity, with most of the original production team there.
That's settled then. The Hague, here we come.
De Thunderbirds, de poppenserie uit de jaren 60, zijn weer helemaal in. De deuren van het festival in Den Haag zijn nog maar net open of honderden kinderen stromen al naar binnen. Ze drukken hun neuzen tegen de vitrines met bijzondere voorwerpen. Er liggen bijvoorbeeld kleertjes die de poppen in de tv-serie droegen. En ook veel volwassenen zijn helemaal gek van de Thunderbirds. Zij kennen de serie uit hun eigen jeugd. De belevenissen van de Tracy-familie met hun snelle ruimteschepen waren in de jaren 60 al meteen een groot succes. Het International Rescue Team, hun reddingsteam, beleefde het ene na het andere spannende avontuur.
Just in time. Are you all right, Penelope?
Yes, perfectly.
I knew Parker wouldn't let us down.
In Den Haag is ook Sylvia Anderson aanwezig. Zij sprak het stemmetje in van Lady Penelope, een van de hoofdrolspelers. En ze is een van de bedenksters van de serie. Ze vindt het geen wonder dat de Thunderbirds nu weer zo populair zijn.
I think it's because we were ahead of our time. And it has a charm that perhaps you don't find now in children's programming.
De makers hadden allerlei slimme trucjes verzonnen om het zo echt mogelijk te maken. De poppen werden met superdunne staaldraadjes bewogen. En ze konden ze echt laten praten, legt Mary Turner, een van de poppenspelers, uit.
You take the back of the head off. There's a solenoid there which pulls the lip at the back so that it goes backwards and forwards.
Als het allemaal te ingewikkeld werd, dan gebruikten ze maar een hand van een echt mens.
Can we see your hand, please? Your right hand.
My right hand.
Is that the one that was in the programs as well?
No, absolutely not. No, my hands were never good enough for that.
But you did use hands.
We used human hands because obviously puppets are reasonably limited. And so human hands we used. And last night I noticed that we used human legs and somebody walking, but it worked very well.
Zo word je gewekt. Deze af als je wakker wordt. En dan krijg je dit geluid. En zodra je weer opzet, stopt hij ermee.
Wat kost u zo nog?
Deze is 79,50. Ja. En deze maakt dit geluid om wakker te worden. Geen idee?
Kan je zo meenemen?
Het Thunderbird Festival in Den Haag duurt nog tot en met 2 maart. En daarna moet je het weer doen met de afleveringen die op tv te zien zijn.